we got going on here is I got my angle iron. I just got it laid out loosely. I got my front piece here cut, and I just got it clamped on, just holding it in place. And I got my two side pieces. These are 10 footers. And you can see here, if I can do this, you can see I got a notch cut out of this. I got a notch cut out of the front. That way they go together and I can weld them together like that. So what we're doing is we got to extend the sides of this trailer. If you measure from the outside of the frame to the outside of the frame on each one of these trailers, or on this trailer, it's like 68.5 inches. And we need to get it out to 72 inches. So this piece here is cut to the right height. So we got about 3 or 4 inches hanging over on each side, and that's what we got to add to the sides of this trailer to get it out to the 6 foot that I want. So what I did was I took a piece of angle iron and I cut a notch out of it. And I cut it to the right size, so now I can lay this thing with the notch on the side, with the flat part on top of my frame like that, square it up and weld it into place, and now I got a leg that extends out to that 72 inches. Once that's tacked on, we can take my piece of angle iron, bring it out to the end, and weld it on, and now from my angle to angle on both sides will give me my 72 inches. To give you a better idea of what I'm talking about, I got my front corner, and you can see my angle. This is the front piece that runs across the front. And if I measure that, I said it was 3 or 4 inches. It sticks out actually 2 and just at 3/4. So it's sticking out 2 3/4 on each side. So that's what we got to add. So we got this piece here with the cutout, and it's going to sit on top like this. And it's the same length as this as it sticks out. So when I set this thing on like this, I just go ahead and tack it a couple places to hold it in place. And this piece of angle here is going to sit out to the edge like that, and then we'll weld it across here, across the inside, and then that's where we get our 72 inches just by welding this leg on here. I got all my pieces of angle iron on my frame right here, and I got them clamped in place, and I come back through and I measured each one of them to make sure they're out far enough. Then I took a T-square and I squared them to the side of the trailer. So they're nice and square, they're the right length, and everything's going to be just right. So now we are ready to start welding. Let me get my stuff put on here, and we're going to put some tack welds and tack weld this stuff up. I got all my pieces tack welded on, and what I've done now is taken my outside rail and I took a couple clamps and I measured out to the 73 inches. That's how wide we're going to go. And I've measured the front and I measured the back and got it basically where it's going to sit. It's not tacked or anything, but I got it where it's going to sit. So I have an idea what's going on. Now, on this front piece here, this piece here that comes across came on the trailer originally. And it actually sits higher than the rest of this frame. And I was going to set this piece of angle on top of here, which would really raise this up. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to cut this piece off. So I'm going to come back through. It's welded here, and it's welded like three or four places across there. So we're going to take a cutoff saw, or a cutoff tool, and cut this off right along the edge of this bend, pull way across, peel that off, and then take this piece of angle and slide it back until it touches the front of this bend. Then we'll have somewhere to weld it against on the outside. Then on the front side, we'll come through and weld it here, there, and the two places over there. And then this front will be pretty much done. So I guess the next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and cut this thing off so I can get this piece put where I want it. Then I can final adjust these pieces to get ready to tack these pieces into place. We got our front piece cut off with the cutoff saw, and then I came back with a grinder and I ground it pretty much flush and got my front angle iron where I want it, got it clamped in place. I came down on my sides, I got my measurements all right, and I clamped my side angle iron in place on both sides. I measured it and we're at 73 inches pretty much the whole way back through. Then from right behind that front tire, which is out of screen, and I'll show you in a second, is where the 10-foot piece ends, and then we had to cut a 66 3/4 inch piece to make it to the rear of the trailer. That's cut and that's setting in place. It's not clamped down yet because I still got to weld them two together. So I got two pieces. I got this piece and the back piece has got to be welded together. So I got to unclamp them, weld them, and then we'll reclamp them. The same thing on the other side. Once that's all done, then basically I can come through, clamp everything back down, and we can weld this whole thing up. And the base here is going to be done. Okay guys, so I was welding the trailer and I ran out of welding wire. So I can't weld anything else. We got one whole side done. Working on the other side, the passenger side of the trailer, like I said, ran out of wire. So it's like 8 o'clock at night. Tractor Supply is closed for the day, so I gotta go down in the morning, get some more welding wire. We'll get this thing finished up. I'm gonna get the railing system completely done, top and bottom, and get ready to put the deck boards on. And that'll be where part 3 starts. This is gonna be the end of this video. Go into the comment section, tell me what you think, tell me what you would have done different on this video. Don't forget to check the links for Amazon, like this video, share this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.